We begin the day in South Africa, where the rule of law for everyone is under attack.
Triggered by the incarceration of former President Jacob Zuma, South Africa was rocked by the worst violence since it achieved democracy in 1994. Supporters in his home province of KwaZulu-Natal set up roadblocks on major highways and burnt about 20 trucks. The protests closed major highways which link the Indian Ocean ports of Durban and Richards Bay to the industrial hub of Johannesburg and to Cape Town. In an economy already strained by severe lockdown measures due to the third wave of the COVID pandemic, shopping malls were ransacked by mobs that took food, electronics, clothes and liquor. Warehouses and centers were set alight, burning until their roofs collapsed. The unrest lasted for a week until 25,000 army troops were deployed. In the shambles left behind, at least 215 people died. More than 2,500 were arrested, and an estimated 10 billion rand of damage and loss was done. The hardest hit was South Africa's poor, as damage to infrastructure and township shops made access to basic food supplies almost impossible.
So we had just moved down from Gauteng a few months before this rioting really hit us.
And it was so scary to know that just 10 kilometers, well, less than 10 kilometers away, there was a mall that was being looted, and there was just absolute chaos and pandemonium just on our doorstep.
The riots here in KZN had a devastating effect on the communities around Richards Bay. We saw communities such as Mpingeni, Sikhaweni, Ishalwi, Malmouth, Jozini, and further north in KZN get devastated by the riots, and people were wondering where were they going to get food, how were people going to get food into their communities to be able to feed their families. And so we were really concerned and not too sure what we could do as a church.
Stirred by a challenge to do more than just pray, influential Christian businessman Graham Power reached out to his friends across the country to respond to the crisis. Though the challenge of getting supplies into the hands of those who needed it most was overwhelming, the team response called Heal Our Land answered the call.
And because of our network of churches, we were able to immediately reach out to about 20 odd churches or so and invite them in and ask them, what are they doing in any particular areas?
So we set up teams with logistics, with distribution, prayer warriors. There was a whole organization that was put together within a couple of days. It was amazing to see.
We got a call from Heal Our Land via Willow, and the message was, help is on the way. So we were so excited we could phone partners and tell them they'd be getting food parcels soon. The parcels arrived and we were a conduit to getting that out to the need.
And we ended up with about 87 to almost 90,000 tons of stuff coming into Richards Bay in about 2 or 3 days' time after the riots to help with disaster relief. And one of the things that really came out of the riots here was just a sense of community to serve others.
When we came together, we were able to draw from each other's strengths, and we were able to make a bigger impact.
So as you can see, we've got our maps of eThekwini and our maps of KZN. And so that's really critical information to allow us to pinpoint where aid is needed the most. And so we've got our hubs all the way down into our 4 districts, delivery schedules, and ensuring that the teams on the ground know exactly what is happening.
As Heal Our Land on its own, we were able to assist well over 50,000 individuals with food relief and gospel booklets.
I'm just honored to have been part of the Heal Our Land initiative. I must say it has been a very incredible journey.
I want to say thank you very much to so many sponsors and donors that made sure that my people got some food and they were eating. So we'd like to say thank you so much. What you've donated and gave during that tough time went a long way. It helped a lot of my people. I want to say thank you very, very much.
Heal Our Land as a movement is a beautiful picture of churches collaborating, and that together we can do more.
We were honored to be invited to join an organization like Heal Our Land and to work with other NPOs and church leaders and churches to step up and use whatever we had to bring healing and to just bring relief to those that were hurting.
So I want to encourage you, wherever you are, each of us has got something that we can contribute. Contribute in energy, contribute in finances, contribute in prayer. And I really believe that God is at work in this time. I think of Psalm 126, verse 5 and 6, which talks about we will sow in tears and we will reap in joy. And I believe these tears that we are sowing right now for our nation, that God has a special plan, and that South Africa will be a light to Africa and Africa a light to the world, as crazy as that may seem.